class. Welcome to our first virtual lecture, and I hope everybody had a pretty good summer. I would like to just talk to y'all about what you did this summer. I know for me it was a pretty boring summer. I had some big plans, but they did not take place due to a couple things happening. One, COVID-19 pretty much stopped everybody from doing what they wanted to do. Second, being the riots and protests over the George Floyd death. So I know on that I had plans on going to see a lot of monuments and battlefields that do with the Civil War. And so I pretty much had to do all that kind of virtually online, which was kind of hard. But I still seen a few things, learned some stuff about the Civil War, but it's all pretty interesting. So saying that, that leads me into what we're doing this. Tomorrow when you come into class, we are going to divide into two groups. Obviously, the North and the South. The North being the Union, the South being the Confederates. And what we're doing is I want you guys, after this lecture, to basically do some research on your own with some resources I'll list in the comments and decide before you come into class whether you want to be in the North or the South. Now, everybody cannot be in the North. Yes, we know that they won, but we got to have people, classmates in the North and the South. So let's kind of discuss about the Civil War. Give you a little rundown on a few things, and then from there you guys can do your own research. The Civil War began officially in April 12th in 1861 when the Confederates bombarded Union troops at Fort Sumter in South Carolina. Now, the Civil War was one of the bloodiest wars America has ever witnessed and been part of. It left millions injured. It had 620,000 deaths. And those deaths would be family members. You had brothers and fathers fighting on two different sides. You had father and son fighting on two different sides. It was just a whole lot of chaos. But it also would change the way America looked at slavery. And it would actually end slavery in January of 1865 when both houses of the Congress passed the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery. Our president at that time was elected in 1860, Abraham Lincoln. Now, tomorrow, along with this, we'll talk about what happened, which will be a lot of the stuff that you guys bring to class with you. One of the big things about this is how it affected families, towns, states, areas, and how it really left the South devastated, destroyed. And we also go into later in this lesson about how the South had to rebuild itself and how they struggled for so long. And coming to an end on the Civil War. The Civil War ended April 9th, 1865, which would be roughly right at almost 4 years that our country fought over how states' rights would mandate slavery and how the South politics wanted to keep slavery, be pro-slavery, and how some of them didn't want to be pro-slavery. They wanted to abolish it. So there's a lot of information with the Civil War that we need to look at and we'll discuss in class tomorrow. These are just a few quick facts to get you guys' mind rolling and start thinking about what you want to do. Because what's going to lead into this is as y'all divide into the North and the South, the Union and Confederates, we'll eventually have a debate, which means everybody needs to think of some topics to bring forth to their group and decide collectively on one that we can have a respectful debate about. And remember that, guys. This is a Civil War that happened in our history, and it is something that we need to be respectful about when another classmate is voicing their opinion. We don't want to belittle them over their decision or what they might be talking about. But I think this is going to be very beneficial for us right now, especially in the time that's going on. Give some background to why people are rioting and protesting. But guys, I look forward to seeing you in class tomorrow. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me in my email. And also write down any questions you might have so we don't forget them and we can discuss it in class tomorrow. Like I said again, the resources I'll put in the comments below, but remember, we don't want to use Wikipedia because it's not always true. We got battlefields.org, history.com, and also americanhistory.si.edu, which is the Smithsonian. But guys, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.